Namaste, Jai Bharat. In the academic world, we used to uh, tease, actually, more than accusing, tease the Marxists for playing with words. They used to play with words, jargonings and cliches, and at times even rhetorics. We used to tease them that they never speak of truth, they never speak of reality, but they'll give you statistics and high sounding words, which if you unpack would mean nothing serious. Now, in the democracy, when the Marxist political parties, each time they fail or lose elections, they give a lot of statistics to prove that the percentage of voters increased. It's something like, we never lost a game, but it appears that they won. Look at this twist. Now, this is called jargon mongering and etc. This is what we used to tease in the academic world, the Marxists. It's normally we used to tease. And also, seriously, we used to tell them that they involve in this reductionistic thoughts, reductionism, right? But these days, things have become developed. That it's not that become, it's developed into something else. There are so many agencies in the world who would produce statistics and who would produce data and who would say that this is the case. One such thing some time back was that the Hindenburg is one such caucus, and someone else before gave a statistics that the people in Bangladesh are much more happy than people in Bharat. Now they wanted to somehow demean Bharat nation and keep producing statistics. They are more happy. Happiness index, like the hedonistic calculus of Jeremy Bentham and James Mill. They provide happiness index. These fools gives all kinds of things. So these are all motivated with pumped in money. Lot of funds are kept with nefarious motives, and they keep letting out such statistics. It's very, 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 very interesting, and they get their things done. At least, though for a short while, they do meet their objectives for a short while. These things keep happening. Now, internationally, there are nations with influence, nations who were rich for considerable years before. They have some interests and they have some pockets. There are some areas where they would like no one else to come in, etc. And when a nation like Bharat, first of all, they have never understood Bharat. The outside world hardly understood what Bharat is and its potentiality and Bharat's history, tradition, and rich knowledge tradition. These things they don't bother. In particularly knowledge tradition, they have nothing to do with knowledge. They don't want any knowledge. They want money. They want power. That's all. They don't bother about knowledge. Knowledge is reduced to some select handful of people who work for it, especially things like philosophy. They even made a science out of society to call it the social sciences, which is very popular these days. So these things are questionable. We can take, one has to discuss, think about it before discussing. Anyway, so they have their interest, and they are threatened. Apparently with no reason at all that Bharat is emerging powerful. And they have this mistake, they have this wrong thing like the Muslims were doing in Bharat. They thought that if the Hindu majority rule comes, the Hindus would do to Muslims what the Muslims would have done to Hindus in the same situation. They thought that if the Hindus have absolute majority, they will do similar things to Muslims as they would have done to Hindus in similar situations where they are absolute majority. Now, this is the fear the European nations have. They would do all these kinds of things. They think that India also, Bharat also would do such things. So they wanted to somehow demean, and to demean they take the help of anyone. They take the help of people who destroy them. They take the help of people who infiltrate into them and destroy them. and they will come out of this indexes and statistical analysis and some agencies, Hindenburg like reports with high sounding names and all, but they are absolutely empty and lies to a great extent. One, in this present world, it's not only the jargon mongering of the masses that you are to be careful these days, but about all kinds of statistics, about all accounts, all statistics, of whatever people speak in the so-called polished international chocolate wrappers. Don't take it. If you have ingenuity and perception, try to understand yourself. Don't copy these people because they have got nefarious sense. We'll meet for the next talk. Till then, namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.